Welcome to this online tutorial on creating classroom courses, training facilities, and instructors brought to you by CPA to Biz. A classroom course is taught by an instructor in a physical location, but is assigned and tracked through the LMS. Before we begin, let's overview the general process for creating a classroom course. First, you will need to create a training facility if the one you need does not already exist in the system. Then you will need to add the instructors that will be teaching the classroom course if the instructor you need does not already exist in the system. Next, you will create the classroom course and add sections to the course, and then add events to the section and choose locations and instructors for the event. Finally, you will need to assign the course's training and/or enroll users. Let's take a look at the first step, which is creating a training facility. This is an optional step and is needed only if you'd like the location to be known. Click on Administration and then Manage Training and Training Facilities. Select Create New and click Go. Enter the summary information marked with an asterisk, such as the name of the facility, description, keywords, and select Training Center for the facility type. You can also enter additional information such as the address and contact information. Click Create from the bottom of the web page. Next, the Manage Room tab displays. This is where you create and edit rooms within the training facility. Select Create New and click Go. Enter the summary information about the room, such as the room name or number, descriptions, keywords, and select Classroom for room type. Enter the room's capacity and include any other additional information if applicable. Click Create. Your room is now created. To make changes to this room, you can select Edit Room from the Action column or add another room to this training facility. Select Create New and click Go to repeat the process. Now that we have created a training facility and room, we need to manage instructors. This is an optional step and only if you want the instructor who is teaching the class to be displayed. Instructors do not need to be in the system, so outside or third-party instructors do not necessarily need to be added. Instructors are users who are qualified to teach classroom course sections. Manage Instructors allows you to find existing instructors as well as add new or edit and delete existing instructors. Select the Administration tab and then Manage Training and click Instructors. To add an instructor, select Add Users and click Go. Search for a user by last name or blank search to reveal all users. Select the checkbox next to the user's name and select Add Selected. To edit an instructor, search for the instructor by name or blank search. Under the Action menu, select Manage and click Go. Here is where you can include additional information about the instructor. Click Save once you are finished making changes. To delete an instructor, check the box by their name and click Delete. When an instructor is deleted, they are removed from the instructor role and will no longer have access to any features that are available to users in the instructor role. If you attempt to delete an instructor that is currently scheduled to teach course section events, they will not be deleted. Use View Schedule from the Action menu to see what courses they are scheduled to teach. Please note, you must access the courses and choose new instructors before you may delete the instructor. Now that you know how to add and edit instructors, let's take a look at how to add a classroom course. Classroom courses are created and edited by authorized users in the LMS. Classroom courses have sections, and sections have one or more events. Events can be the days, dates, and times that a classroom course section meets. They can also be one-day events, an online event, special lectures, or any gathering for the students. To add a new classroom course, navigate to the Administration tab, select Manage Training and then Classroom. Click Go next to Create New. Here we see the Summary tab. You will need to complete the required information indicated by an asterisk. First, give this event a title, description, and keywords which can help you search for this course later on. Ensure that the course ID is unique. It is recommended that you prepend the course ID with your company. For example, Z0001. Next, complete the course syllabus field. This field accepts HTML tags, so you can format the display, and select your company name next to the source. Then click on the Field of Study tab. You must associate and add content here in order to be able to finalize this program. Select the appropriate field of study from the drop-down menu and the credit hours. Click Add Content. If there is no field of study or credit hours given for this course, select the field of study as none and 0 for the credit hours, and then add content. To remove a given field of study and credit, check the box and click Delete. This information will appear on the user's transcripts and certificates of completion, so only associate credit for what you want them to receive. Once this is complete, select Create from the bottom of the page. Now we must edit the sections from the Sections tab. This is where you can create new sections, edit existing sections, and view the section calendar. You may create two types of sections, single event and multiple events. Single event is for sections with one event that will last for one day, or if each day of the section will occur at the same time, in the same location, and be taught by the same instructor. Multiple events is for sections with events that will occur at different times, in different places, or be taught by different instructors. We will cover how to set up a section with a single event, as the process for multiple events is the same but includes additional information for the other events. To create a single event section, select Single Event from the page menu and click Go. The Edit Section tab displays. Complete the form. At a minimum, the required information indicated by an asterisk must be entered. Give your section a title and enter the minimum and maximum capacity. For Waitlist option and Collaboration Space option, we recommend that you leave the default set to No, as this is an advanced feature that exceeds the depth of this training. Next, select the event start time and end time. Set the start and end date and time of the event. If this event is reoccurring at the same time on multiple days with the same instructor, which is the characteristic of a single event, select when you would like the event to recur. In this case, I will select weekly. Now we can select the end date of the last event in the recurrence and, if applicable, the day of the week you would like this event to recur. Next, set the enrollment start and end date. Because this is an in-person classroom event, we will set the event format to in-person. Click Create from the bottom of the web page and your section event will be created. We can go back and edit this now if we would like. You can click on the Location tab. Here is where you can search for the training room we created earlier. However, please note that this is not mandatory to complete in the LMS. Here we see the room has been added. The green check means that there is no scheduling conflict. Click View Schedule to see a calendar view of your assigned room. The same goes for the Instructor tab. This is not mandatory, but you can search for and associate an instructor to this course by selecting the checkbox and clicking Assign. You can also view the schedule of when this instructor is scheduled to teach. You will also see the tabs here called Expenses, Image, Permissions, and Activity. We will not cover these in training and recommend that you do not populate these fields. Once you enter any additional information, click Save and then Return. We are almost done with creating our classroom course. Please disregard the Categories and Image tab as they are not applicable to create the classroom course. In addition, the Access Approval, Permissions, and Content Sharing tabs are not mandatory and we recommend you do not alter this information. The Prerequisites and Equivalencies tabs are not mandatory for creating a classroom course. However, Prerequisites is a feature that allows you to select one or more content items such as progress bundles, documents, or courses that users are required to complete before being able to access the originally desired content item. Equivalencies allow you to identify content items that users can complete in order to satisfy a requirement in place of this course. For a more in-depth understanding of these features, please watch the tutorial dedicated to this entirely. Next, we need to select the Certificates tab. You need to associate your firm certificate to this course. To do so, type in the name of your firm certificate or perform a blank search to reveal all that you can select from. It is important you select the appropriate certificate as this is what your users will download and keep for their records. Next, navigate to the Activity tab. Here is where you can set the course to be active or inactive, or set the course to become active and/or expire on a certain date. So if you select December 1st, 2012 as your start date, this means that on December 1st, the course will be available for the student to search and take the course. Similarly, if you select December 31st, 2012 as your expired date, this means that on December 31st, the course will no longer be available for the student to search or take. Inactive means that the course is inactive, therefore the user will not be able to search for the course nor access it. Active means that the course is live, searchable, launchable, and viewable. By leaving the default set to no start date and no end date, the course will be live immediately and available forever. Finally, you need to check your course in. You now know how to create a classroom course. Let's take a look at how to enroll users. In addition to the students being able to enroll themselves into the course, instructors or admins can enroll students into the course. To do this, click on Administration, Manage Training, and then Classroom. Search for the Classroom course and on the Action menu, select Manage Enrollment. On the right side of the page, select Batch Enroll Users and click Go. Enter the appropriate fields to search for the section and users. Keep the Users search field defaulted to this domain only. Select your firm's organization code and then move down to Role. Leave this blank or default, or select a role which is the system roles that a user might have rights to. Section status is where you can select current for those sections that are to occur. Select past for those sections that have already occurred. Finally, section start and end date can only be filled out when the status field is passed. Select the date range of when the past sections occurred. Select the users and section to enroll the users in and click Enroll. You can now repeat these steps if there are additional or multiple users to enroll. Instructors or admins must pass students in order for the student to receive credit for the course. Once a student is passed, the course certificate is made available in the user's transcript. To do this, click on Administration, Manage Training, and then Instructor Tools. First, search for the section. Please note that if you are not the instructor, select All Instructors in the Instructor field. Find the classroom course and select Edit Scores from the Action menu. Then update the progress status. There are two ways to update, global or individual. For global, select the progress status and enter a score if the status is completed. Click Apply and then Save. For individual, check the attendance box, select the individual progress status and enter the score from the list of enrolled users. Click Save if the status is complete. The user will receive their certificate in the transcript. You now know the steps to managing classroom courses, training facilities, instructors, managing enrollment, and passing users. Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial.